Please welcome to the stage Executive Vice President, Media and Data for the 4A's, Louis Jones.
Thank you all. Thank you. You asked me for a contribution. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Washington, D.C., and welcome to Decisions 2020. We are here to instigate change this morning. So I thank each of you for making the decision to come down and join us and be a part of this movement of change. I think that you all know that change is all around us. We are in the midst of massive marketplace confusion. And we need to figure some things out, particularly this year in 2019. We need to come together, agencies, marketers, publishers, platforms, ad tech companies, measurement firms, and attribution firms. And we need to knit together some solutions going into 2020 so we all have a survivable decade that we can make it through in the next several years. So, we're here to focus on the work that we need to do to bring some of these, to wrestle some of these industry issues to the ground. And that's why we're here in Washington, D.C., where a bunch of the changes that we'll see in the next year will emanate from. As a matter of fact, we've selected Washington, D.C. because it mirrors well what we need to accomplish the actual divide that we see in our country today. And so here we sit in the shadow of our nation's capital, wrestling to sort of figure out where we go from here into the future. And it's the same situation for the broad marketing and advertising industry. So I hope that over the next day and a half, you will respond, discuss, debate, put some choices on the table, but help us move the industry forward, right? So we need to make some key decisions in 2019 going into 2020 so that we can actually manage our collective future well together. Because as you know, as confusing as it is today, it's going to be more confusing in the coming years. And so we hope that you'll settle in, listen up, speak your truths today and tomorrow, discuss, debate, put up choices. This is a forum for change, so let's get to work during this session. We'll do our best as the 4A's to capture your ideas and your passion and make them part of an industry mantra for change that we will manage with you together across the industry forward. So one thing that I'm pretty clear on is we're not going to agree on everything with all the people in the room, but let's pick some areas on which we can win and work together. Let's use this forum to show how we can be collaborative and how change can actually blossom starting here today. So thank you all, and I give you now Marla Kaplowitz, President and CEO of the 4A's. And again, thank you for being here.
Hello, welcome. Thank you, Louis, for framing the focus of the forum and the imperative to collaborate on the opportunities for our industry. We've got a great 2 days ahead. First, I want to start by thanking the companies and the brands that have supported Decisions 2020. And I want to start with our industry partners, with Facebook, Google, and Twitter, to our premier partners, Basis by Centro and NCC Media, to our VIP partners, Alfonso and Zephyr, to our supporting partners, Blockchain for Media, PBS National Sales, and Xandr, and to our media partners, US News and World Report and Work by Essential. Thank you all for supporting us. I also want to give you the Wi-Fi. This is easy. No password needed, MGM Resorts. Someone's playing with my slides. Okay. So just accept terms and conditions. And then I also want to inspire all of you to engage in the conversation. Help us share on Facebook and Twitter and post using the hashtag 4A's Decisions 2020. And one thing that we're going to do later, and we're going to ask you for questions. We're not going to do questions after the first session, but later on, we're going to use a tool called Slido. Slido is very easy. Just open up your browser, go to slido.com. What you're going to do is you're going to put in the code D2020, and you type that in, and then you can ask questions, and you can also upvote on questions that other people are asking. So I want to get started by talking about something that we're all aware of, and that's the state of the industry. We're aware that we're at a really critical time in our industry, and it's so important that we now take the agency narrative and move it into the future, and particularly for media agencies. At the 4A's, our mission is to really help empower our members to deliver insightful creativity that drives commerce and influences culture, all while moving the industry forward. But the way that we need to do that is to help drive your business needs and to help make sure that you are doing your best work and that we're helping to allow you to thrive. And it's really the 4A's responsibility and commitment to do this in several areas this year. The first is to really ensure that we champion growth in business through the power of creativity, and that's in all forms. The next is to address diversity, equity, and inclusion in the workplace. We need to do this by including new standards related to workplace enlightenment, as well as areas of difference. And then the third, and something that we're going to be addressing over the next 2 days, is a new paradigm for privacy and the use of data in the way that we need to be looking at it for our country, but particularly for consumer concerns and marketing challenges ahead. So as data and technology continue to swirl all around us, it's our responsibility to really help marketers transform their business and strengthen their customer base as well as their connection to communities, all while increasing safety for both brands and consumers. And we know that sometimes it all feels like chaos, and we're not quite sure, is this a sign of the times or is this the new normal? And so we're thrilled to have Casey Hunt and Michael Roth here today to try and help us find a signal amidst the noise. So let me introduce them. Casey Hunt is the Capitol Hill correspondent covering Congress for NBC News and MSNBC platforms. She is the host of MSNBC's KCDC on Sunday evenings. And in 2016, she covered the election, reporting on candidates including Donald Trump, former Governor Jeb Bush, Senator Bernie Sanders, and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. She even scored the very first interview with Donald Trump the day he announced he was running for office. She also, prior to joining NBC News in 2012, covered the presidential election of former Governor Mitt Romney while she was at the Associated Press, and in 2010 covered the midterm elections while at Politico. Michael Roth, many of you know Michael. He is the CEO and chairman of IPG, where he assumed leadership in 2005 and continues to be a staunch advocate for diversity and inclusion. And prior to 2005, prior to being at IPG, Michael was the chairman and CEO of the Money Group, a financial services holding company. So please join me in giving a very warm welcome to Casey and Michael.